Hello everyone, welcome to Signatures Education. This video is all about one of our summer camps, and this one is about, let me get the title right, creating drama out of a story. So obviously this is about story writing, okay? And what it is taking our story writing from a very, no matter how old you are, but a basic level. Yeah, you've got your beginning, your middle and your end, but it's not that exciting. It's not grabbing the reader's attention. If you're in school, your teacher's kind of like, meh. And if you're out of school, people will say, yeah, absolutely, I'll read it. And then you never get feedback on it because they don't want to break your heart, okay? They want to be there and support you. So it's taking it from that basic level, and we'll just work on a short story because it is a summer course, which means it only lasts 4 hours, 4 days of the week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 1 hour each day. And each day of the week, we'll work on a different thing. So that's what we'll move on to next. What do we do in each day? So the first day we are looking at, well, of course, we're going to get those juices flowing and we're going to create a plan. Okay. We're going to get our creativity there. We're going to visualize the scene in our head. We might visualize the main character or the other characters that are there as well. Get some things down on paper. Okay, so yeah, we'll have our beginning, middle and end. We'll have a bit about our scenery, or maybe more than one scene. We'll figure out what the problem is that our characters will encounter. And not only that, we can maybe visualize certain scenes as they go along as well. Okay, this is all part of bringing it to life. Now, if you can visualize something, you can then start to describe it either verbally. And the great news these days is we can use speech to text technology on our phones, iPads, etc. Or you can do it like this, you can do it on a video and then keep going back to it. If you're artistic at all, even a tiny wee bit, I would really encourage you as the lessons go along to doodle. Okay, very, very important, because then you can really start to branch out and say, okay, even if it's just using stick men, okay, this is what's going to happen here. Okay, and you can use different colours for different characters. So that's the plan. Then on day 2, we're going to write that introduction, and it's going to be a BAM introduction. We're not going to take time to set the scene to begin with. We're going to be right in there. Think about a TV show, you know, like a soap opera or something like that. It starts with a conversation pretty much, or you can hear things going on around. That's what a BAM introduction is. And then we'll go into the setting. What is going on around? What do you want the person actually seeing? You are their eyes. You're telling them what you want to see. So that's all done in day 2. That's an awful lot that day. Day 3, we're going to take our story all the way up to the problem. We're going to build suspense. We're going to get our emotions in there. When you have that emotional connection with your reader, that's when your story starts to take off. I was trying to bring the word start in there somewhere, but I can't do it, okay? It's having that emotional connection with your reader. Can you bring them to tears? Can you make them feel fear, anxiety, nerves at that point in time when they realise, hang on a second, we've got a problem here. And then the final day, we will bring everything to a close. Okay, now there are 2 types of closes. It can be, yes, we will round everything off in a neat little bow, or we can leave it to carry on the story at a later date. Okay, so that gives you room for progression and extension in your story writing. You could, I suppose, a side note from that is you could actually leave the reader to make their own minds up about the story, what happens. And a great illustration of that is the Italian Job. In my head, it's the Michael Caine one, and the bus is hanging off the edge of a cliff. And Michael Caine says, don't worry guys, I've got a plan. And it's left there. You're there to, as the viewer in this case, to think up the ending. So this course is suitable from anyone aged 7 and above. Okay, all my business courses are really about 14 and above. This one comes right down to 7. And yes, above, all the way up to adulthood. When I was at school, and the teachers were trying their best to teach me in the ways that they had been taught, it wasn't connecting with me. I wasn't getting any better. it really frustrated me because I felt like inside of me, I can do this, I can tell a story, I can engage people. Why is this not working? What's going on here? And it's one of those things I knew, but didn't want to admit to myself. And that was my stories were really flat, okay? And I didn't know how to get the description and the emotion in. So we're going to help you with that. We're going to level up your writing skills here. We're going to level up your creativity, even if you think you're not that creative person, especially if you are in school and you're having to do it for assignments, for homework, possibly creative writing for your English exam. And you're like, this is not my cup of tea, this is not my thing, and yet I have to do it. I can help you here, okay? This is like a formula. There's going to be, we use Microsoft Teams, and on that, by the way, first of all, that's free. If you don't have that already, when you sign up for the course, I'll give you a link so you can download it for free. But the lessons will be in there, and each day there will be an assignment. So you will have to do work so that you don't fall behind. And I can give you feedback on it. It's going to be constructive, and there will be lots of positivity in there as well. Okay? It'll either be verbal or visual like this, as well as in text. Okay? So what else will there be? There'll be a private channel, so you can ask me questions or say, what do you think about this? And there might be, I'm not sure if I'll do quizzes for this course, but I might have some quizzes in there as well, just for fun. But I will. I'll put some fun quizzes in there for us. And then you will have access to those lessons and feedback and the assignments for the next year, at which point I will then shut the course, your team down. So if you want to download anything, make sure you get it done in that time. But you can always go back to the videos. You can always go back to your feedback. Okay, how did I do this again? What was it that worked for you? Okay, what has it worked for me? It's something I'm quite passionate about, not my normal sense that it comes naturally to me, such as accounting or business. It's because I found it difficult. And that I overcame that when I became a primary school teacher. I remember sitting in the lecture theatre. You learn about all your different topics. You've got your social subjects, you've got your science subjects, you've got your expressive arts. Maths, they went on at length about, primary school teachers find maths very difficult. And I'm like, no, I find maths amazing. I love that. Oh, but English is so easy. No, that's the bit I'm really scared about. So for anyone doing their PGDE in primary school education and they're coming at it from a maths and science point of view or business, mindset into this, and you do find this hard, in actual fact, this is going to open up your creativity, which will enhance all your lessons. So it's going to be really good for you guys as well. But it's really about taking those step by step, challenging yourself, having faith in yourself that you can improve, and watch how much you grow. All right, there are other camps in Signatures in Education. All of them work the same. They're all 4 hours a week, plus a wee bit extra on your part, and that's up to you how long that takes. Make sure you get the work handed in each day, because after the camp is done, I won't be there to give you the feedback that you will want from me. And we've got one-to-one tuition. Again, that's going on throughout the summer. If you would prefer that, book me in for a certain time there, and I will be there to help you. Nice and cheery and lots of positivity. What else do we have? We've got, on the 1st of August, we have our tuition classes that open up. Now, the tuition classes are like the one-to-one tuition, except it's done more of the summer camp format. So you're still getting that personal feedback. I'm still encouraging you and helping you along, but it's in a class situation, if you like, like you can learn from other people. And because it's a class, it keeps the cost right down. So it's less than half the cost of one-to-one tuition, but you're still getting all that benefit of one-to-one feedback. Plus, you learn more in an hour than what you do in a classroom, because we're not dealing with all the behavioural issues, etc. Okay. Also, you can pause the videos. You can go away to the bathroom and you haven't missed a damn thing. Okay. Everything is still there for you. So that the booking starts for that on 1st of August. So make sure, if that's something that you're interested in any of the subject areas, get there quickly, because I've got a funny feeling this year they're going to fill up really fast. A little bit about me. I've taught in Britain, I've taught in Canada, I've lived in Canada for 10 years, so I'm familiar with, obviously the Albertan system, because like in Britain we've got different curriculums in different areas of the country. But it does open me up to the rest of North America as well. I understand how it works. Australia and New Zealand I need to learn a bit more about. Maybe I'll need to travel there for a bit and understand their education system better. What else have we got on? Oh, and also throughout the year, we've got short courses going on as well. So 6-week courses, or there's the self-paced courses. Lots of different ideas depending on how you like to work and learn. Different prices depending on what format, not what subject, but what format appeals to you. Because, for instance, if it's a self-paced course, you're not getting my one-to-one feedback there. Okay, so that's going to be a lot cheaper for you. If it is one-to-one tuition, then we revolve it completely around you. It's tailored to your needs and wants there. So that's more expensive. There was something else I was going to say. Yes, if you are going to take more than one course, then you absolutely want to look at our membership, which is called 10% Plus, and you get to save, I know you're probably thinking it, at least 10% on the courses that you're choosing. The only thing that doesn't apply to is the one-to-one tuition, because that takes a lot more time outside of the hour that I'm with you. So yes, definitely, I think it goes all the way up to just slightly more than a third that you get off some of the courses with that membership. So if you do more than one, if you do one course, then it's probably not going to be worth your while. But more than one course, it's definitely worth your while taking on that membership. Right, I've got a few more of these videos to do. I'm going to run off and do them. The next one's on report writing. I look forward to seeing you over on one of our courses, and have a lovely summer. Bye-bye now.